What's up, guys? My name's Kamal, and today we're going to look at actually one of my favorite weapons in the game that I've found so far. And that's going to be the Zarr. It is a super awesome flak cannon slash shotgun that I don't really use the shotgun portion because, well, I don't, and I just it's not my thing. I prefer the cannon. I think it's a lot more fun. Um, Now I have been suggested to modify my build a little bit, but to be completely honest, I like how it works. So, no. Um, and once I go through the whole build and then show it in action, hopefully you can see why. So, split chamber, pretty standard. A lot of these mods are going to be a pretty standard build for this gun. So we have split chamber for the multi-shot, sends out two cannonballs every time you fire it. Serration to increase that damage. That could be one rank higher, but don't judge me. We have heavy caliber, which is also a damage increase, lowered accuracy, but it doesn't matter. If you shoot, it's going to hit the target. Point strike to increase the critical strike chance. Vital sense to increase that critical strike damage. Hunter's munition just to kind of play off the critical strike. Now I know that I've had a few people tell me that the critical strike being 42.5% is not high enough for this, and it doesn't make any sense. Well, the difference is that you're wrong. And that's because those cannonballs break up into multiple little cannonballs, and the crit chance is actually a lot higher than it looks on here. Now, number wise, yes, it is still 42.5, but when you actually see it in action, you're getting a lot more crits than 42% of the time. And then we have high voltage, which is the electricity and status chance, and malignant force, which is toxin and status chance, and that's to give us the corrosive proc with an 85.5% status. So I don't have any other builds set up for this gun because, well, you don't really need any other ones. I've had people tell me take off Hunter's munitions, put the 11 like Stormbringer and Infected Clip on there instead of Hunter's munitions, put cryo rounds, which I mean you can do all those, but this is what I have found to be my preferred way of building and using and playing this gun. With the other ones, the 11 these ones, the 90% mods, you are getting, a bit more damage, but you're also losing quite a bit of status chance. And for me, that's not really worth it. I like the high status and the crit. Like I said, you don't really need much higher crit. If you are able to get a good Riven, then I would suggest, like, if it's a top tier Riven, this would be the first mod to go. This is a very flexible mod right here. There's so many different things you could have. If you don't like the crit chance, or if you're not running any high level or higher end stuff, I would suggest probably a cryo rounds, and that's really about the only variations that I would make to this build. But that's just me. Let's see it in action. All right, so here we are. We're in Belanius. We're in the defense mission in the Void. We're in that one. Um, and as you'll be able to see, I mean the crits on this, they're completely fine. They're fine. I mean, it's completely worth having the Hunter's munitions. The gun is extremely strong. It's fucking... honestly, it's one of my favorite guns. It does take a little bit of getting used to, because if you happen to shoot the ground in front of you, or the wall in front of you, or an enemy in front of you, or another player that is standing in front of you, which does happen, that will happen. You will die, especially using this build. You'll notice that if you use this build and you shoot anywhere near yourself, unless you're a pretty beefy rhino, you're gonna die. You're gonna have a bad time. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, it's a thing. I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, well, I'm way over here. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. I mean, it just takes a little bit of getting used to. There's obviously some people that'll be better with it, some people that'll be worse with it, some people that won't use it at all. I have some people that they will not use this gun, or they'll only use it if they go and get the arbitration mod that takes away self-damage, which I think is just silly. I will never use that arbitration mod. Although I probably could have used it the other day when I had a Nyx that was having a grand old time standing in front of me so that every time I shot my gun, I died. That was kind of frustrating. But I mean, what can you do, honestly? You just got to kind of deal with it, adapt and overcome, as they say. So I mean, I hope this is a fair display of what the gun is doing. I mean, it's the corrosive damage is pretty nice. The blast damage is really nice. I like sending things flying. And the self damage, well, I mean, you got to take the bad with the good. The self damage, it will kill you. You'll die. That'll happen. If you shoot yourself, you will die. But if you don't shoot yourself, everything else will die. So I mean, that's how it is. That's a thing. That's also, it kind of lobs it. Every once in a while, I'll feel like I shoot the gun, and it kind of reminds me of like you go to like spit, and it just catches your bottom lip and falls and lands on your shoe. And that's not the greatest thing in the world, but there could be worse. I mean, there could be worse. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, sub, comment. Let me know if you liked it or not. Let me know down in the let me know down in the Discord, down in the description or the comments. I'm not sure which one. Damn it, did it again. There will be a link to the Discord server. I don't know what the fuck my team is doing. They're out playing fuck. But there will be a link to the Discord server either in the description or in. Oh shit! Let me kill these things and then I can focus on talking. In the description, in the comments, it'll be there somewhere down there. It'll be there, watching you, waiting. You know what? Fuck it. I'm out of here. Peace, guys.